Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are talking all about Morphe brushes. I've ordered the Morphe and Jaclyn Master Brush Kit collection, and since that video that I've done and reviewed, I got many requests to review a lot of stuff from Morphe. I'm reviewing the highlight and contour sponge, and I'm putting it against the beauty blender. The Jaclyn Hill Vault, the Dark Magic palette. I've got the Continuous Spray Mist, 2 of their glosses and 4 of the lipsticks, and also I'm sharing my thoughts again about the Master Brush Collection set, now that I used it a bit more, what I think. And just to let you know, on the eyeshadow palette, what I did something different today. I've done eyelid swatches, and the reason for that is because that palette got a lot of hype, of course, and I want to show you a closer look and how they perform on the eyelid. First, I'm gonna show you how all these products perform, and then I'll be back to share my thoughts. So without further ado, let's start straight away. This is the Morphe contour sponge, and this is the beauty blender. And I'm gonna do this side of my face with the Morphe sponge and this side with the beauty blender. The beauty blender feels a little bit more bouncier, where the Morphe sponge feels a little bit more hard to say. I'm getting the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation, and I'm in the shade 190. With a beauty blender. The other side with a Morphe. I will make sure I use the same amount. So we have this side the Morphe sponge and this side is the beauty blender. Now I'm gonna add concealer. And I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. And this is in the shade Light, just in case if you're wondering. And I'm bouncing the beauty blender on this side. And the Morphe sponge on the other side. I use the right hand. Morphe and beauty blender. And now I'm gonna powder, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty, how that called, the Universal Invisimatte powder, and this side obviously the beauty blender. And the other side the Morphe. Now guys, let's start with the highlight and contour sponge that looks like that. That retails for 11 Australian dollars. I'll put on the bottom here the US equivalent. This feels a little bit more dense than the beauty blender, which is more like fluffy. And it feels to me that it retains a little bit more water than the beauty blender. It's not as flexible, if you will. Like if you see here, like look how the beauty blender is pressed, and look how that. I've done half my face with that and half with a beauty blender. I haven't seen any big difference, to be honest. The beauty blender dries faster than this. I have to say straight off the bat, I like the sponge. I really like that it has that slanted ends. It makes the application of the powder and the concealer really well, and you can get a sharp line here and you can get a sharp line on the contours here. Is that as good as the beauty blender? Probably not. Like, I do like my Beauty Blender a little bit more, just a tad more, but I would say it's a good dupe. I will continue using it, and I have to say I do like it. I've got the Morphe Continuous Mist, who's gonna spray of this half of my face, and the MAC Fix Plus, that's the coconut I believe, which I'm gonna spray to this part of my face. So we've got the Morphe spray and the MAC Fix Plus. This mist, this has one of the finest mist of products that I've seen. This retails for how much that retails? 23 Australian dollars, and this is made in USA. You get 2.8 fluid ounces, 82.8 ml of product. As you saw in the demo, I've done this part with this and the other with Fix Plus. I have to say the Fix Plus part dried a little bit faster, but all in all, I really like that. I didn't notice that my foundation lasts longer with this, but what I've noticed is it works kind of like the MAC Fix Plus. I really like that fine mist that it has, and it has a lovely fragrance. So this is a hit. What I'm gonna do, guys, with the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette, I'm gonna do live eyelid swatches. I got this idea watching a video of that girl Say XO. I will link her channel below. She did exactly the same thing using her own Vault palettes, and that's how I got this idea. So I thought, what a great idea, so I can test this palette that I have on my hand here. The only difference is that I primed my lids, and the reason for that is I never ever use eyeshadow without priming my lids. I have two eyelid primers. I have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter and my trusty Urban Decay primer potion in Eden, and I'm gonna swip and change in between these two. Let's start straight away. I'm getting a JH33 brush that looks like that, and I'm going with the first color here that's called Poof, and I'm grabbing some on my brush, and straight away I'm using the JH41 brush, and that's called Power Cut. I'm getting some on the brush. Not bad. I'm getting a little bit more. This is Poof and this is Power Cut. I have to say they both performed really well. Moving on with the color Shh, and I'm getting a JH33 brush, getting some. That's like a transition color. I'm getting a little bit more. I'm getting the JH41 brush, and we're going with the Trickery. Ooh. One more dip. So now we have Shh and Trickery. Shh is here and Trickery is here. The Shh is nice color for the crease. It applied well. I mean, it's not the best color ever, but it worked really nice on the crease. Trickery is really beautiful. I didn't have any problems or something like that. Now with the same brush, JH41, I'm going with a Diversion. That color over here. Get some. Now there is a lot of fallout here, if you see, guys. Now we have Potion, and I was most excited about this color over here, the Potion. So I'm getting a JH35 brush, and I'm going straight away to the Potion. This is a bit patchy. Moving on to Busted, and I'm using a Wayne Goes 06 brush. Getting some on my brush here. Whoa. A little bit more. A little bit more. It's a bit patchy. Now I'm getting one of Jaclyn's brushes, the JH37, and I'm trying to blend it just a little bit, just in case it can save it. Oh, that's patchy. I'm flipping the brush and I'm going with the inside job. The green now. A little bit more. So we have busted and inside job. Busted here and inside job here. Look, the color pigmentation is there, but this applied a bit messy and patchy. And as you see, there is a lot of fallout. The last two, we have Mojo and we have, what is this? Temptress. And I'm gonna use Mojo with one of the Claudia Schiffer's brush. The colors are very pigmented, I have to say that. Let's try to pack. That applied really well, Mojo, and I'm gonna flip my brush and use Temptress. The black. Pack. This is pretty good, but there is a lot of fallout. Have a look at this. So we've got Mojo and Temptress. What do you guys think? I think they're pretty good, but there is fallout. Like, look at that. Now let's go on the palette. Now the box looks like that. On the back has a beautiful photo of Jaclyn, and me, I have the batch V5, I believe, as you see here, V5, and this is made in China. I like the box. It reminds me a little bit of the Becca and Jaclyn Hill, you know, that big palette that she's done, only on silver, and it looks like that. It has a mirror here, which I like, and all these shades. This palette has a lot of fallout, as you saw here, right? I will show you a picture of my swatches, the figure swatches that I've done, and I posted on Instagram. Now, what I think about this palette, the packaging is nice, I don't have any problems, it's smaller, it has a mirror, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Now, the colors are pigmented. As you see here, right, they have pigmentation. The pigmentation is there. Some perform really well, some they don't perform as well. This shade over here and these three shades, the Potion, Busted and Inside Job, all these three shades are patchy. All the other shades, they perform well. And this is also a little bit patchy, but not as bad. I've also done this eye look using this palette. Now, every time I use this palette, guys, and I used it several times, I had a bit of a problem blending the shadows. As I said, the pigmentation is there, but these shadows, these mattes especially, they don't blend as well. It took me a lot of time to blend them. The three shimmers, they perform really well. They have pigmentation, I had no problems. The matte colors, I have the problems. They're a little bit patchy and they don't blend as well, and they took me forever to blend them on my lid. Now, would I recommend this palette? Probably not. I don't think I would recommend it because of the amount it took them to blend, and also all this drama that surrounded this palette, that you know, at the start most of the palettes, they weren't as good, then they've been replaced, then some people got good palettes, then some people got bad ones, and all that stuff. If you're on a budget, you can make this work, probably, but would you want to though? Because of the inconsistency, you kind of don't know what you're getting, right? So all in all, probably I wouldn't recommend this palette. Sorry, Jaclyn. Now let's start with swatching the lipsticks. I've got the shade Sunnies, doe foot applicator here. This is Sunnies. Next one is Tipsy. Tipsy. Now on the lipsticks we have Babe, Babe, Wink Wink, Wink Wink, Giddy, this is Giddy, and last but not least we have Morphe. And this is Morphe. Let's go to the brushes. As you saw from my video, I got the Master Collection, and there wasn't any brush here that I hated or I didn't perform well. I'm gonna show you now the brushes that I like. Firstly, I like the case. The case was really good. Also, I washed these brushes and I didn't have any problems with shading or stuff like that. I like the bronzer brush, the GH02. This is good brush for your bronzer. I like the big powder brush, the GH01. The foundation brush, GH03. The contour brush is really good too, the GH0, what's this? GH05. And the GH09 is a really good highlighter brush, and it does pick up color really well. And for the eyes, I like the GH30, the big fluffy brush. The GH37, it's small rounded. The GH43 for the lower lash, it's really good. And the GH42 for under the brow. These are all my favorites. As I said, I haven't found any brush that perform bad, but these are all my favorites. And the case. Are the brushes like equivalent to Ray Morris or Wayne Ghost brushes or something like that? No, but for the price, they're decent brushes. You know what I mean. Now let's go to the lip glosses. I've got two lip glosses. I've got the shade Sunnies, which I'm wearing now on top of the Kat Von D Lolita 2 lip liner, and the shade Tipsy. Now the lip glosses, they look like that. I will show you the packaging. Packaging looks like that. I mean, it's nice. They retail for $12. You get 4.5 ml, 0.15 fluid ounces. They are made in USA. Now they look like that. You have a doe foot applicator, and I'm gonna swatch the colors. This is Sunnies. This is a beautiful color. And this is Tipsy. For the price, I have to say, I like the glosses. They're not sticky or tacky. They do last, you know, like a normal time. For $12, I would say that's definitely a hit. If I had to pick up again, I would get that, say, the Sunnies. Not that I don't like the Tipsy, but the Sunnies is more something that I gravitate towards to. And also, the shine is incredible. They have many colors, many shades to choose. That's definitely a hit. Now let's go to the lipsticks. And I have 4 lipsticks here. I have the 3 on the cream formula and 1 on the matte formula. Now the packaging, they look like that. They retail for 14 Australian dollars. You get 3.5 grams, 0.12 fluid ounces, and these are made in China. Let's start with the cream formula. This is the lipstick. It's a normal lipstick, and this is the container. It's alright. I mean, you know, it's nothing special, but they are $14. I don't detect the scent. This is Wink Wink, and it's a cream. It's kind of like a pink. Kind of like a pink. It's a pink. Next one is Giddy. Coral. Next one is Babe, and that is a very interesting color. It's kind of like brownish Babe. And the one matte I've got, it's Morphe. It's in that kind of like red, true red, I would say. There we go. And this is Morphe. On the lipstick, guys, I like the cream formula. They perform really well. For $14, you can't go wrong. They last a long time. You know, they're alright. If you like the colors, they're okay. The matte formula, which I have only in the shade Morphe, the red one, it's a little bit more on the dry side. Kind of like it can tag a little bit if you know, when you're trying to put it on. I don't mind it, especially if I exfoliate my lips well, but it doesn't feel funny on the lips, and it does stay a long time. Not like a liquid lipstick, but a lot longer than the cream ones. If I had to pick again, probably I would pick the cream ones, just a personal preference. I've ordered from the Australian side of Morphe, and I never had problems. I got email straight away, the shipping was pretty fast, and the customer service was pretty good. But I heard mixed reviews, especially the people that they live in US. So I would like to see in the future from Morphe make more consistency and more communication with the consumers. Guys, bear in mind that I'm not a Morphe affiliate, I don't have a code, and I'm not working with them. They don't know me, I just did this video for you because you requested it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Until next time, mwah, bye.